Hello and welcome back to Euro Football Daily, where today we're looking at 10 unsung heroes from this season. These are the players who don't always get the credit they deserve. Let's go. Number 10, Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino has been an integral figure in an electric Real Sociedad side that has got everyone talking this season. Not only are they threatening to claim their first top 4 finish in La Liga since 2012-13, this youthful Real squad could end a 32-year wait for another taste of Copa del Rey glory, with the final against Athletic Bilbao still to play. Much of their success has been attributed to the likes of Real Madrid loanee Martin Odegaard, Mikel Oyarzabal and Portu. They may provide the attacking flair, but the real star of the show has been Merino in central midfield. Not afraid to do the dirty work, the Spaniard leads the way in his side for tackles and interceptions, and in the air he reigns supreme, with no other midfielder in La Liga coming close to his 5.5 aerial wins per 90, all at a modest height of 6'1". The former Newcastle and Borussia Dortmund man has proved himself to be such a nuisance to the opposition that Valencia's Dani Parejo is the only midfielder to be fouled more than Merino, who wins 2.3 free kicks per game. He has his attacking qualities too, but his defensive work provides the lifeblood of the side, and that's what makes the 23-year-old so important. Number 9, Marquinhos. In a team stuffed with as many superstars as Paris Saint-Germain, it can be difficult to stand out. Yet for all Neymar, Mbappe and Angel Di Maria's moments of genius, Marquinhos has emerged as one of the team's unsung heroes this season. It's easy to forget the Brazilian centre-back is still just 25 years old, having joined the French giants from Roma back in 2013 for €31.4 million. In that time, he's not only had to play in the shadow of his illustrious attacking teammates, but also his fellow countryman Thiago Silva in defence. For almost a decade, the PSG captain has been their main man in the back line, being part of the Ligue 1 Team of the Year on 7 separate occasions. However, there are signs Marquinhos is more than ready to step into his shoes, with Silva turning 36 in September. This campaign, Marquinhos is PSG's 6th most used outfield player, with 1,467 minutes of Ligue 1 action. Bettering that, in Les Parisiens' defence, only Presnel Kimpembe can match his 3.4 tackles and interceptions per game. What makes him even more useful is the fact he can fill in central midfield too, managing 3 goals and 1 assist from that position. Despite splitting his playing time between defence and that more advanced role, in the whole squad only Thiago Silva has outdone his ridiculous 93.4% pass accuracy this season. With 278 appearances for PSG to his name already, Marquinhos is deserving of heroic status, though his best years in the spotlight could be yet to come. Number 8, Bernd Leno. Ever since his arrival from Bayer Leverkusen in the summer of 2018, Bernd Leno has been a solid, if unexciting, figure in the Arsenal goal. But this season he's really come into his own, keeping the Gunners in touching distance of European qualification. That's despite a tumultuous campaign that saw them sack Unai Emery at the end of November, stutter under Freddie Ljungberg before appointing Mikel Arteta, and draw 13 games, 4 more than they have won. Worryingly for the Gunners, it's never been so easy to create chances against them. At the time of writing, in 2019-20, they faced on average 14.8 shots per game, the 5th worst rate in the division. That's just 0.6 shots fewer per match than bottom-placed Norwich City. Fortunately for them, Leno has chosen this season to post his best goalkeeping statistics to date. He has made 102 saves from 136 shots on target faced, giving him a save percentage of 77%. That's a rate only narrowly beaten by Leicester City's Kasper Schmeichel, though the Dane has faced 32 shots fewer overall. Even with the barrage of efforts he's faced, the 28-year-old has managed to keep 7 clean sheets, matching his return in 2018-19 when he wasn't nearly as busy. €25 million is slowly beginning to appear excellent value for a keeper who could yet be a mainstay in North London for many years to come. Number 7, Ivan Marcano. In recent years, FC Porto's business model has prioritised developing younger talent for the market, all the while maintaining dominance in Portugal. The summer of 2019 was no exception. They sold Eder Militao to Real Madrid for €50 million, as well as sending Felipe and Oliver Torres across the border for a further $31 million. Arguably Porto's most inconspicuous signing that window was 32-year-old Ivan Marcano. The centre-back returned from AS Roma for just over $3 million, having only joined the Giallorossi from Porto the summer before. His performances have helped the Dragons hold a 1-point lead over Benfica at the top of the Liga NOS with 10 games to play. The Brazilian duo of Alex Telles and Otavio may have emerged as the latest products destined for expensive export, but Marcano has quietly been their real star. The Spaniard's excellent positional play has helped Porto concede just 16 times this season. He may not be the most prolific tackler, making just 1.3 per game, but no player in the squad makes more than his 1.4 interceptions or 2.7 clearances per 90, showing how his years of experience have translated into assured defensive displays. If Porto's model for success is to be sustainable, it's vital they have senior and reliable figures like Marcano, providing the framework for their young stars to develop around. Number 6. Roberto Firmino. It might seem silly to include Bobby Firmino on this list, but he's once again shown why he's such an invaluable asset to Jurgen Klopp's dominant Liverpool machine. On the face of it, it doesn't look like the Brazilian has had a particularly strong year. He scored just 8 times, despite taking 3.2 shots per 90, his most ever in a Liverpool shirt. Even more surprisingly, in all competitions he's scored on just one occasion at Anfield, in their Champions League defeat to Atletico Madrid. But it is the manner of his goals that makes him such an unsung hero. 6 of his 8 strikes have directly led to Liverpool winning the game, with the former Hoffenheim striker scoring 3 times in the final 20 minutes of a match. That's an additional 12 points gained from his goals, with only Mohamed Salah having more match-winning strikes than him across the Premier League. Between his link-up play, his killer instinct and his defensive work rate, Firmino is a strike partner's dream and one of the most complete forwards in the game. Number 5. Teji Saranya. For the past 2 seasons, Teji Saranya has been staking his claim as one of the best and most underappreciated players in Ligue 1. It's honestly surprising that Montpellier were the only side that moved for him last summer, after he registered a huge 6 goals and 14 assists for Nîmes in 2018-19. He cost La Payade just €9.5 million and has once again been exceptional this campaign, making a mockery of that price tag. He may not be quite the same prolific creator this time around with just 2 assists, but he still scored 6 times in 19 games. But it's his defensive displays, however, which are gaining him applause this season. The definition of a box-to-box midfielder, only 3 other midfielders in the whole division can better his 2.1 interceptions per 90. He also completes 3.1 tackles and 2 offensive dribbles per 90 as well, both the highest in the Montpellier squad. And the fact Neymar is the only player in the whole of Ligue 1 fouled more than him makes it astonishing that he's dispossessed just 0.8 times per game. He may be a late bloomer at 28 years old, but Savanier is certainly here to stay. Number 4. Yann Sommer. On December 10, 2019, Rami Bensebaini scored a dramatic last-minute penalty to give Borussia Mönchengladbach a thrilling 2-1 victory over Bayern Munich and send them top of the Bundesliga. As the season approached its winter break, it seemed Die Fohlen had their best shot at a title in 33 years. Fast forward to May, and while they may have dropped to 4th, they're still 6 points off Bayern in 1st. The real stars of Marco Rosa's squad this campaign have without doubt been their electric French pairing of Marcus Thuram and Alassane Plea. Together they've contributed 14 goals and 13 assists and have unsurprisingly been linked with big moves come this summer. However, a lot of credit has to go to keeper and captain Yann Sommer. The Swiss number 1, who's played for the West German club since 2014-15, has been in imperious form this campaign. He's appeared in every match, and no starting goalkeeper in the division has made more than his 3.6 saves per 90 this term. What's even more impressive is the fact 2.5 of those came from inside the box, where generally it's easier to finish. Out of every side currently in the top 4, Sommer's goal is easily the most attacked, having had to face 24 more shots on target than RB Leipzig's Peter Gulacsi. Yet his save percentage of 74% shows he's been more than up to the task. It's fair to say Mönchengladbach's title challenge would have faded a lot earlier were it not for the monumental displays by Sommer in goal. Number 3. Juan Cuadrado. Unsurprisingly, life at Juventus is now all about the Cristiano Ronaldo show. Perhaps spurred on by Ciro Immobile's prolific form, the Portuguese legend has been imperious this season, rolling back the years to score 21 times in 22 Serie A matches. His goals have kept the old lady narrowly ahead of Lazio in what is proving to be their toughest title defence to date. But spare a thought for Juan Cuadrado, who's been quietly putting in selfless displays week in, week out in Turin. The 31-year-old is no longer the goal-hungry winger he was during his Fiorentina and early Juventus days. Instead, Cuadrado has channeled his experience and pace into his defensive work, making him a modern wing-back capable of getting forward while not neglecting his duties in the rearguard. Offensively this season, he has just 1 goal and 2 assists to his name, but importantly he still offers 1.4 key passes and 1.2 dribbles per 90. As defender, however, no player in the Juventus squad can better his 2 tackles a match. Only Sandro, Bonucci and Ronaldo have played more Serie A minutes in Maurizio Sarri's side this year, which is a testament to just how important Cuadrado has become. Number 2. Harvey Barnes. Amid the excitement of a likely return to Champions League football, one of the things that will most please Leicester boss Brendan Rodgers is the emergence of Harvey Barnes. Since the start of 2020, Barnes has been exceptional for the Foxes, scoring 5 times. It was a timely rise to form considering 19-goal Jamie Vardy has found the net just twice in the same period, with both goals coming in their last game against Aston Villa. While James Maddison gets all the praise for his creativity, it is actually Barnes who leads the side for assists, having registered 6 this season. That's despite making just 1.6 key passes per 90, 1.2 less than his countrymen. His growing stature in the eyes of Rodgers is plain to see. From August to January, he was either on the bench or subbed off in every game he featured in, but since the turn of the year, he's completed the full 90 minutes 5 times. At 33, Vardy isn't getting any younger. Neither Ayoze Perez or Kelechi Iheanacho have looked like convincing heirs to his goal-scoring throne. So the development of Barnes from a winger to a forward could be an option. And if his stunner away to Sheffield United is anything to go by, he might well be capable of filling Vardy's enormous shoes. Number 1. João Moutinho. João Moutinho arrived at Wolverhampton Wanderers at the start of the 2018-19 season as part of their Jorge Mendes-inspired Portuguese revolution under Nuno Espírito Santo. And out of the many millions spent on new foreign imports, his €5.6 million fee looks like their best piece of business to date. In his 2 years in the Premier League, Moutinho has quietly shown what made him one of the most fussed-over midfielders in Europe during his heyday at FC Porto and Monaco. Despite having turned 33 last September, this campaign is proving to be one of his best yet. Acting as a deep-lying playmaker, Moutinho has been Wolves' main instigator in retrieving possession and starting attacks. He attempts 6 tackles and completes 2.9 per 90, more than any midfielder in Espírito Santo's squad. In fact, he's posting his best ever defensive figures as a professional, and not only that, he's the leading figure for key passes per 90 in his side, making 2.3 per game, with Adama Traore the next closest on 1.7. Traore and Raul Jimenez may regularly steal the headlines at Molineux, but Moutinho's assured quality has been instrumental to their success. You don't reach 121 caps for Portugal without a touch of class. So those are our 10 unsung heroes of the season, but who did we miss out and who would you have included? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to never miss a video. We'll see you next time.